Today I want to tell the story of Siddharta, or Buddha as he's more commonly known. Imagine a powerful ruler. His wife was pregnant with their firstborn. And then it was predicted. Their child would be a son. And there were two options. Either he would become a great ruler, or he would become a great teacher, helping many people. Now the king, he wanted an heir. So this thing about the teaching didn't sound like the right thing for him. So when his son was born, he wanted to make sure that he would choose to become a ruler. So in order to tempt him to become a ruler and to show him what a nice life it was, the king surrounded Siddharta with all things pretty. There was like lovely food, beautiful flowers in the garden, he had the best clothes, nice people around him, everyone smiling, everything perfect. But when Siddharta grew up, he was curious about life outside the palace. So he asked his father if he could go and see. His father said, "Sure." But before Siddharta went, his father made everything perfect out there too. All the houses were painted, redecorated. Cheering people were lining the route. They were throwing flowers, they were looking like happy, smiling. Everything seemed perfect. But in a side street, Siddharta got a glimpse. He asked his guard to take him out of the palace and show him the real world. And the guard did. And there, when they went out, Siddharta encountered three people which made a very big impression on him. The first one was an old person. And Siddharta could see like there was suffering. If you grow older in life, you will become old, be able to do less things. There's suffering in that. And Siddharta noticed it. The second person was a sick person. This person was feverish and not feeling well, throwing up, kinds of yuck. And there was suffering in that too. The third person had died. The family was surrounding this person and they were grieving, crying, sobbing, wailing, being very sad. Lots of suffering, as you can imagine. So all these three things made a very big impression on Siddharta, because he had never seen that there was suffering. And now he sort of came across it. On the way back to the palace, there was someone sitting on the side, wearing robes, and this person looked very peaceful. And Siddharta asked his guard, "Who is this person?" And the guard said, "It's a monk." Siddharta's perfect life went on, but he could not forget what he had seen. So when his wife was pregnant with their first child, he decided he wanted to find a way out of suffering. And so what he did, he sneaked out of the palace once more, but this time he went on his own. So after he got out of the palace, he was wondering, what should I do? Where should I go? And then he remembered the monk and he decided, that's where I'll begin. He found a group of 4 monks, so he joined them, so there was 5 of them all together. And what they did was, they decided to find a way to end the suffering. They would make themselves suffer. So they would meditate in the scorching heat. They would not eat food for days. And if they ate, it was just scraps, like things other people threw away. And that's what their life was like. And after years and years, Siddharta became very, very weak. He sat down underneath a tree nearby a river. There were children playing with the water and laughing like you do, like splashing and having fun. And it reminded him of his childhood. And so when a lady came up to him and offered him a bowl of rice, like proper food, with meat and vegetables, he accepted. But his friends, they got cross. They felt he betrayed them. He wasn't making himself suffer anymore, and they felt it was intolerable, and they left him. The memory of his happy childhood stirred something in him, and all of a sudden he knew that it wasn't right to find the suffering in the extremes. It's not right to do everything perfect and a life where as if nothing is happening, as if life is like all lovely-dovey and there is no suffering. That was not the right way to make yourself suffer extremely, that wasn't the way either. So he decided he would go the middle way. And he did. He sat down under a tree for days and meditated. And then it happened. He became enlightened. And in this way, he found all the answers, because enlightenment means that you get perfect knowledge about everything. From then on, they called him Buddha, because Buddha means the enlightened one. And now here's an important thing, because a Buddha is not a god. A lot of people think, oh yeah, Buddha is like a god, but it's not. He's a human person, like you, like me. So what Buddha said was, this is possible for all of us. We can all reach this state of enlightenment. In fact, we are all enlightened, but we don't really see it. He just discovered what was already there. But what I will do is, so how can we find this enlightenment in ourselves? I will share Buddha's teachings and the things that he had found out. So we'll do it in stages, like this is not like something that comes in an instant. It's a path, it's developing yourself, it's working with yourself. So let's do this together. I know we can do it. And I'll show you and tell you more in my next episode. Thank you.